Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Rohan and we are learning React, and today we are gonna see React alternatives. So for any product, the base idea is if there is one product and it have not good features as well, we are gonna use it. But for React as a framework, there are various alternatives who compete with each other, or you can say, there are various community who like a certain framework and you can say that they love it and bring back more to the community. So there should be an alternative that other people use, and there are reasons that this framework comes up. One framework can't do everything, right? But what happens is, for a different kind of use case, there are various alternatives to React as well. So whilst we see to a use case, we select a framework for our use case. So there are various frameworks, there are various use case to it. So whichever use case suits your framework, you pick up that framework. So we'll be discussing the alternatives. While discussing alternatives, the first thing that comes in mind is Angular. There are various other alternatives like Ember, Backbone, but the famous one we'll be discussing in this video is Angular and Vue Js. Angular is developed by Google and it is well maintained, and it is a framework that has a large ecosystem, and React is more of a library which have some short learning curve than Angular. So most of the people go to the React, we can finish on the weekend, start building products, but Angular have some steep learning curve because it have a great ecosystem. In React there are various things like state management, which are dependent on the third-party libraries like Redux or Recoil. But in Angular, what happens is Angular gives inbuilt state management facility. So there are various peculiar and better thing about React, but Angular is also a great one to pick up and learn. And there is Vue, which is doing great in the community. So you can select any one of them, but in this course we are typically focused on the React only. But in the future, who knows, we can bring Angular and Vue tutorial on my channel and we can learn that too, right? So stay tuned. And one of the things that comes in mind is jQuery. Before react.js, the library that was most used was jQuery, and various websites still uses jQuery. But one thing that jQuery lacks is you have to more of a kind of state traversing or DOM traversing or DOM selecting kind of thing in jQuery. Whereas in React, this is completely or usually neglected and done behind the scenes, and React gives us to focus on the business side of thing without seeing much of the traversing thing of the DOM. So satisfying your use case, and it's doing great to your use case. And there are lots of other alternative as well that we talked about, like Ember and Backbone, but this was most famous one, and typically as of 2021 these are the most famous one. And there are various libraries or frameworks built on top of React.js like Gatsby or Next.js, which is server-side rendering, but that's not in the scope of this series. But in the top of React as well, there are various things that are building up. So imagine that on the top of React there are various things products building up, and they are plugged into React to bring React as a more powerful component. So that's it for this video, and do hit the subscribe button and like button and share this video with your friends everywhere, and I'll continue with this series. I'll see you next time. Thank you.